Started out the day at about 6:30 this morning, and I don't have to be to my first pickup till 8. It's 8:36 right now. I've been sitting here in this one spot for 15 minutes. This is how trucking goes, I guess. Waiting. I don't know if you can see that up there. There's a train sitting on the track. I've got to go about 2 blocks past that railroad track to the lumber yard. See all the cars, they're scrambling. They've been scrambling, trying to figure out alternate ways around this train. I know the tracks aren't blocked because another train came right by this one, but this one hasn't moved 1 inch. And since I've been sitting here at least 15 minutes, maybe 20, I don't know. And that's how my day is starting. It started out as a rainy day in the metro Atlanta area, so all the roads are jacked up everywhere, and then we've got this train sitting here. So it is what it is. I don't know if that's going to make my day run really long. It's just Thursday. But it is what it is. It's what I'm dealing with for now, and we will hopefully pick up some lumber here soon and go make some runs. About 30 minutes, the train is finally moving. Hopefully it clears this intersection and I can get to my destination. 2 stops in Atlanta. Finally got through that train debacle. I sat there for 30 or 45 minutes. I don't know exactly. It was a long time, seemed like eternity. You can see through the back glass. We got some long stuff, 16 footers, and not a whole lot though. I think 2 bundles at one stop, 1 at another. I'm supposed to have some LVLs, but they're on back order, so those would have been 24 feet long, but that's, they don't have them, they don't have them. All right, let's hit the road. Railroad tracks right here will get you. They had trailers lined up where I had to straddle these tracks one day, and I went in one of these deep potholes with the back tire, and it cut the sidewalk clean out of it. This is the only way out. So just learned my lesson about railroad tracks, deep potholes. You can't see, you don't know what's in them if they're staying in water. You don't know how deep they are. I'll try to hit this stuff very slow. I had a really, really large load on when it did it. Railroad tracks everywhere around here.
In 400 feet, turn right onto Gwinnett Drive. Take the next right onto Gwinnett Drive.
All right. See you at the stop. Coming off at a house that's being remodeled. It's not a new build, and this is it's Glenridge Drive. There's just cars just whipping by. Luckily, it's on the right side, the passenger side. There's a container driver dropping a container up there in the driveway right now, so I'm waiting for him to get out of my way. When he's out, I will get the lift off and get unstrapped, back up in front of the driveway. I just got 1 bundle So it's, I think they're 16 feet. 2 buys. Yeah. Two-dimensional lumber. So it's wide, but at least it's just one bundle. Maybe this traffic will start dying down. It's 5 till 10 in the morning now, and well, this is Atlanta. The traffic never stops. It really doesn't. I'm gonna wait for this guy. All right, he should be gone any minute, I would hope. All right, so this is my position. And I need to back up a little bit more so I can square up with this driveway, because it's got an angle and I don't want to have to. It's gonna make my forks tilted. Trying to get up under it's gonna be a pain. So the strap so I can throw it into the car window. Sometimes that goes smooth, sometimes it doesn't. And people stare at me funny because I walk around with a camera all the time. Oh, that's not good. Great. Turn out your gloves. All right, we were here for 40 minutes. So we had to wait on that dumpster drop, and then that was a little tricky getting it in, getting it off the road, dealing with all this traffic. Slows you down dramatically. High risk of getting your butt run over all the time. All right, looks like we're headed to Buckhead. It's another Atlanta address. So I just looked at the map. Looks like about 9 miles away, about 25-30 minutes probably. We're in the heart of Buckhead, downtown Buckhead, but in the residential section of it. We're like 2 blocks from all the big buildings. I used to work down here for 8 years at a Dodge Jeep Chrysler dealer, or it's really just a Jeep Chrysler dealer, but we worked on Dodges too, and a lot of Jeeps down here. Did quite a few years down there. Spent a lot of time in these little neighborhoods test driving cars and stuff. They take on these old houses and tearing them down and building new ones. When I was working down here, I priced some of these houses, and I'm talking about this was up from like 2000. Now, I didn't work down here 8 years. I worked down here 4 years. So in 2005, I quit and started my shop. And these little houses were like, some of them were like 700,000, 800,000, 900,000 for these little tiny houses back then. I can only imagine what they go for now. Probably over $1 million, I would imagine. Crazy. Car coming. Over a little bit. Neighborhoods, you gotta watch out for overhead power. stuff will tip you over. Ask me how I know. Stuff's not bad, but some of it will. It'll tip right up on you. Make it tip forward. Grab my pictures. Don't like when they call you and tell you, hey, you didn't put that on the right line, or something like that. I'm like, yeah, I did. You gotta have pictures to back that up. Get in that permit box, it's about 7 feet off the ground for some reason. Guy here in Giant installed that permit box. Let my pressure off. That'll save your hydraulic lines from bouncing around going down the road. You always want to have your power cord hooked up in case the DOT gets behind you, so you don't get rear-ended. And then say, hey, you didn't have any brake lights. That would not be good. No bueno. Alright. Job is complete after I hook this side. Send my pictures to dispatch for proof that I was here and delivered the right stuff. That last job on Glen Ridge Connector, or Glen Ridge Drive, had supposed to have LVLs, but they were back ordered. It's the first thing he asked me to. You got the LVLs? Nope, they're back ordered. He was like, oh man. All right, that drop took 25 minutes, so it's not too bad. Getting the lift off, getting it in, getting the pictures sent, and everything. That was total time of arriving, getting the lift off, getting it unstrapped, winding the straps up. It was half a truck basically. I mean, had a lot of straps on it. Got the lift off, got all the pictures, got them sent to dispatch, everything. 25 minutes. And we're headed back to Doraville to see if they've got any more runs for us for the day. It's 11:30 now. I should be back there by around noon, depending on traffic here in Atlanta. I'm gonna prop you up here on the dash for a minute as we're exiting out of Buckhead. If you want to take a ride along and see that, might be cool, might not be. I don't know. I can't listen to the radio though because it would demonetize my channel. So. You know, we're not going to take too long. It says this is a loop. Let's see if it actually loops. It looks like it does.
In half a mile, turn right onto Peachtree Hills Avenue Northeast.
That it's like a house on stilts. I wonder if that's a floodplain or something. Pretty cool for down here in Atlanta. Two big oak trees for a gate in the driveway. It's pretty neat. Never know what you're gonna see. That's what I like about driving. You just never know what you're gonna see. You see all kinds of cool stuff. You see stuff you don't want to see. I saw several accidents in the last couple of weeks. One of them was a motorcycle accident. The boy was pinned up under his motorcycle. I don't like seeing that. I've rode motorcycles for a long time. I quit riding in the street when my kids were little. Oh, this is a tight turn. Because I almost got hit on three different occasions, really. One was up in the mountains. I witnessed a buddy of mine crash a Gixxer 1000 coming off the Dragon's Tail right in front of me. It ended up in a river, broke some ribs. The next day, I was leaving and had a car hydroplane next to me coming down the mountains, and spun all the way around me and almost took me out. I pitched the motorcycle totally sideways, slid back and forth several times, and then I released the brakes and grabbed a little throttle and it straightened up, and it was a miracle. I say God propped me up. God propped me up, kept me from dying that day. And then I almost had somebody hit me at a red light. I was sitting perfectly still waiting on the light to turn green. Somebody skidded around behind me and slid all the way past me, and dodged the cars and the people. And I was coming off a diagonal road.
Take the next right onto Peachtree Hills Avenue Northeast.
And had another person almost hit me head on. Was texting. I said, you know what, this town is too dangerous for a motorcycle for me right now. We got little kids to raise. I do like riding. I've rode ever since I was probably 10 years old. 11 maybe. Started out on dirt bikes. Let's see what we get out of here.
Continue on Peachtree Hills Avenue Northeast for 3/4 of a mile.
tell you, this truck rides rough as a cob compared to a tractor trailer. This thing will beat you to death. Every little bump you feel. It does have an air ride cab, but man, it doesn't seem like it does. It is spring over at the rear, front and rear. And they have changed this area around from what I remember. Couldn't pay me to live down here. Too congested. So glad I don't work down here. I have to commute down here. Well, I mean, I am now, but I used to have to drive down here, the same old place every day, doing the same old jobs in the shop. That's what I like about this job. It's an adventure. Every time you go somewhere, you don't even know where you're going to go. You're just picking the load up and taking it. Might be in the mountains. I mean, way up in the mountains. Might be in the city, like now. Might be out on the, like I was in Covington the other day, 2 stops out there. Pulled out of a lumberyard winder last week. That was pretty cool. Got to go out to Madison, Georgia. Madison, Georgia is absolutely beautiful. Never been there. You're anywhere in the area. You just like old houses and buildings. Beautiful,
In
beautiful
1,000
farmhomes.
feet, turn right onto Lindbergh Drive Northeast.
Madison is the place. I could definitely retire there on a big piece of property. Watkinsville, all those areas. We have hunting land not too
Turn
far
right
from
onto
there
Lindbergh Drive Northeast.
that we lease from a paper company. We've got 600 acres.
In 800 feet, turn right onto Garson Drive Northeast.
Every road, I mean, almost every road I go down says no trucks, no over 30 feet, no over 6 axles, no this, no that. You're not supposed to drive anywhere with these trucks except for the interstate. That's according to all these signs, but I'm pretty sure we're exempt because of local delivery. But it is, it's everywhere you look, no through trucks. This tractor trailer's gonna have to make this super tight turn, and then I'm gonna have to make it. Oh man, this truck has a worse turning radius than a tractor. There's cars where we need to swing. This is what makes downtown a huge challenge. You know what? It says that I can go straight, pick up 85. I may do that. 180. And this guy's gonna try to come in, cut me off. Freaking jackhole. Alright, we're gonna make it. It wasn't that bad, but there's
In a
been
quarter
cars
mile,
sitting there.
turn right onto Piedmont Road Northeast.
There have been cars sitting there, we've been in trouble. You just have to wait. Sometimes they'll move out of your way. Sometimes, like this guy in front of me, I have my right blinker on, plugging both lanes, he squeezes in beside me. Make his right turn because he can't wait 30 seconds for me to make a turn. That's what you got to really watch for, especially in the city. They'll get up under you. They just don't have a clue. They never drove a big truck. They don't know what it's like. Try to navigate one. Well, I don't think we're going to see any of the buildings going out this way. But we might.
Take the next right onto Piedmont Road Northeast.
Going left. Going right. We're on Piedmont Road. See this guy freaking sitting in the line, turn left, and as soon as I start coming out, he jets around everybody.
Turn right onto Piedmont Circle Northeast.
Jets around everybody, and freaking, if I wasn't paying attention, I would have hit him.
Turn right onto Piedmont Circle Northeast, then turn right onto Monroe Drive Northeast. Take the next right onto Monroe Drive Northeast, then slide right onto the Georgia 13 North ramp.
Sometimes you just gotta split these lanes and use up the whole road to make a turn. People will still try to squeeze in.
Slide right onto the Georgia 13 North ramp, then merge onto Georgia 13 North.
These roads are crazy down here. They zig and zag all over the place. Alright, back out on the highway.
Continue on Georgia 13 North for 3/4 of a mile.
That old Scout. That's cool. Love them all international Scouts. Old friend of mine, Jim, had one. Red, beautiful. Big Georgia Bulldogs fan. Alright, turning this thing off. Just pulled up at my last stop. There's a red-tailed hawk sitting right up there on top of the house. It just flew in, swooped down, just flew off. Just flew into the woods. Pretty cool. We're in Alpharetta, Georgia. Got 24-foot dimensional 2x. And big old house being built pretty close to where I live, next town over. So dispatch doesn't need me to do anything else for the day. I'll be close to the house. I knew it'd be a pretty big house with 24 footers. Ooh, it's getting hot out here. The truck says it's 90. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's been kind of overcast all week in the mid 80s, so it definitely feels hot. It's starting to get humid out here too. All this water, it's been raining, it rained all morning, starting to really caulk again. I'm gonna this thing on. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna spin this truck around after I grab my pictures over there with the lift off, just to give me just a little bit extra room. There's a nice truck here, nice truck. I'd hate to lift a material like that over people's nice vehicles, but you gotta do what you gotta do. All right, got a picture that way. Got my picture that way. We'll take one more. All right. Battery's about to die. I'm gonna wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe. Peace.